Hey friends, today we are up at the store and we are going to go over some things that we are going to be adding to the store as far as landscape and plants that we're going to want to do and where we're going to put them.
Yeah, let's talk about it. This is probably the biggest gardening project that we've tackled up here, but I'd say with the location we have, we are right on Route 40 with a whole giant traffic count. We're looking to make this place next level. Um, when people drive by, we want this to be a showstopper, and I think this project will kind of be the beginning of that vision.
Yeah,
So
I think so. So first thing, we're going to take you over to the west side of the lot here. It's right now it's just a bunch of grass. So my vision here is my wheels are turning on what plants I can use, how much space I have, because I feel like I also want to add another parking space, but that's to be determined. So let's go check out over here and kind of talk about what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the plants. It's not all completely nailed down just yet. Sometimes I like to play around with them, get them set out, ordered, set out, and kind of see where I want to put them. But we're first going to start with a North Pole arborvitae that's going to go right here. And then we'll add in some quick fire hydrangeas, either the quick fire or the limelights. It just depends how much color I want to do, because I'm also going to work in the Let's Dance sky view in this like middle section here. So you'll have tall pieces here, kind of a second layer here, and more down in here is going to be more of your perennials in there. And some of you, like Cheyenne, the Cheyenne sky grass is going to go in there, as well as I know that one will, and then the summerific hibiscus will also be in here. Um, so right now that's the couple perennials that I know that are going to be in here, but the rest of them are still up in the air. My list for those is forever long of favorites, so I'm trying to get those narrowed down that are going to stay kind of lower to the ground and not super big ones. Would also like to work in some annuals up front there, but to give some more like pops of color and show how to work annuals into your landscape beds there. A couple really cool pieces that I want to do are pergolas, and they're just going to be a simple pergola with a large Michael Carr container right in here, and then it will have just different containers, combinations that we can do, and then possibly adding the climbing roses with a couple hanging baskets. So that is kind of what we have set for now. Like I said, once I get everything in and laid down, and things might shift and change, but that's what we have right now.
another piece that she maybe forgot to mention a little bit is my brother and my folks own a precast concrete business. They just recently bought some precast forms for a three rail split rail type fence. So in precast concrete, we might incorporate that into this garden again. As she was talking about the layering, I think that could bring another dimension to the garden and also market along this high traffic road the precast rail fence. You can kind of see right now the space we're dealing with. It's long and narrow, but it basically travels the entire distance of our store, which is also long and narrow. You're going to see big, giant, I would say 50, 60-year-old pin oaks or red oaks. There's two of those very dirty trees, so we're gonna, that's gonna be quite a challenge for us. But then in the background, you got a couple soft maples. Again, some more dirtier trees. But this just gives a decent layout of the garden we're talking about. Uh, this section, like I said, is very long and narrow. So I think that's gonna present a couple challenges, but it's also gonna give us a certain amount of creative leeway, if you will. Megan will go into kind of the flowers we're looking for, but again, we talked about is we want this space to be a showstopper when folks drive by. The amount of traffic on this road is pretty astounding, and when people drive by, we want them definitely to draw their attention.
So we want to make this, like Chris said, we want to make this like a showstopper that you see from the road. I would love to be able to do like a big show-stopping piece in the front. We're just kind of limited due to high lines and things like that up there. So we'll stick mainly with annuals up there, so hanging baskets on our sign and stuff that will draw their eye from the road up front. But here we're going to really focus on shrubs and perennials. Maybe adding in a few things of annuals, but really putting the focus on shrubs and annuals here.
Yeah, as it currently stands, we have a very boutique kind of garden center, as you'll see in a pan here, and it's very cute and quaint. This is just going to set it off to the next level, I think, and really build on the vibe we've got, which is a small boutique garden center with the highest quality uh, product and plant material that you can get. So with that, let's let Megan kind of walk us through what she's got planned and designed. She's only been working on this for, I don't know, 3 weeks now, drawing it out on her little graph paper. So that's been interesting to see. But I think she's got a heck of a plan to do that. One thing that she did mention earlier was Dollar General. So we are directly adjacent to a Dollar General. That's been positive and that's been negative. So it presents some challenges and some good things. The good thing being that, when we're working up here, we can just hop over there for a bag of Doritos. And, negative thing is, well, I think you guys can imagine some of the negatives that come with that. So with that, let's let Megan take us through kind of what she's thinking and let her put her vision out to you guys and see what you think.
So as you can see here, there is a ton of room still to go. And I don't want to repeat a bunch of plants. I just kind of not, but also make it cohesive and not have it be two separate sections, right? It's all got to flow together. The colors have to flow together. So I'm kind of struggling with that. I don't want it to look like it's just one bed that's all the same layers and everything like that. So I want to kind of make this a little bit different. This one is a little bit more narrow back there with the rock and the A-frames and everything like that. I would love to eventually have the rock just straight lined here, but we'll see. We'll see when that happens. So I don't want to get too far up close just in case we want to add that next parking lot right up here. But these plants I'm still working on. Don't have those decided just yet. So as I'm saying, I don't want to repeat things. It's really hard for me not to, because when I think of garden beds, I want it to be like the Let's Dance sky view. We're just going to do a whole row of that. And I really struggle with wanting to do more like wild things. I want things to be really crisp and really tidy. There's a certain color palette that I always want to go to. I always want to go to pinks, a little bit of pink, purples, silvers, greens, whites. Those are kind of what I always want to lean to. Chris is trying to get me out of my comfort zone and go a little bit more wildflowers. I mean, echinacea is really pushing it for me. And that's not super wild, but that one still is like borderline for me. I'll probably work it in here somewhere, but yeah, I need to get out of my comfort zone when it comes to plants in the landscape, because I always tend to just go to the same ones or the same color palette every single time. In the space behind us, you're going to see where we have actually just put new rock down. Here, this was just a small little square where that S-curve sat on, of like what kind of rock that even was that? It was just like
It was like a vermiculite
yeah,
type or
it wasn't very nice, and there was some grass around it, and it just never felt really finished to me. And I wanted to do some rock here, and this actually creates more shopping space, which will be nice because we can build some more tables to put stuff on, right? But he went ahead and got the rock put down, and then we left this space here between the driveway and that shopping space there to kind of create an end point, or to create like that's the end of the property for us right there. So we want to do some landscaping in this piece right here.
yeah, we just want to, this is kind of the secondary project, I guess we'll say, this fall, winter, whenever. But again, this is more of a formal retail shopping space now. It was always kind of dirty. Again, we have another oak tree here, a red oak tree that it's actually got the galls on them. We don't have the heart to cut it down yet. I know it's slowly dying if it's got the galls, but yeah, this is just a space that we're just going to clean up. We just felt it was a little dirty. It wasn't, potted charms vibe, I'll say, and that's the idea. Along this strip here, I think it'll go towards what we're trying to get at is just a wow, in your face type of a garden to catch people's eye.
So in this space, we really have to keep into consideration. I can't go something like really big. I can't put lime lights in here. It's about 6 foot deep. We have semis that come in through here. And I don't want them to like flop over into the drive there. So I'm trying to stay a little bit off that space there. He thinks otherwise.
Yeah, I think I actually disagree with her. Again, I didn't know this. You guys are learning this live, like I am, on what she's thinking. I want big and grandiose and in your face, make people wreck on Route 40 type style. So we're constantly, I guess, arguing about what we want to do. It seems to be pretty typical that she gets her way. So I guess whatever she's about to tell you is what it'll end up being. But I think something big and grand. But I guess I don't even know what I'm saying because whatever she's going to say is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Probably pretty much.
Yeah.
So I have some grasses that are going to come in here, and they're going to be spaced evenly there. Probably 3 of them, 1 center and 2 on the ends there. We're going to do the storm cloud hydrangeas, and then there's going to be the tater tots. So the tater tot arborvitaes, I like those. We're going to do them at home too, actually, in the playhouse area. They just stay a little bit smaller, a little bit tidier and nicer, and they just going to give you that green throughout the season, all year long here. So they get about 2.5 to 3 foot, which will be nice to take up some space here. And then I want to do some rock and low sedum here. So that's going to come towards the front. It has a yellow look to it. I'm not usually a yellow look. See, I'm branching out. Hey, look at me go. The double coated echinacea are going to also go in here in different spots. And then again, we might pull in some Let's Dance Sky View. So this is really going to be, it'll be really pretty. It's going to show stop from the road. It'll grab a lot of color. You're going to be able to see it really well. And I want it to still look cohesive from the road. I don't want this to be completely separate look than that. I mean, it can be a little bit, but if you're looking at this place from the road, I don't want it to be like that doesn't look like it goes with everything else.
And obviously, we're focusing a lot right now on telling you what the shrubs and perennials are going to be. At our core, we are an annuals company. That's where we, really cut our teeth. That's where everything started. So that's going to be our core. We'll never lose that. And frankly, we don't do enough of it, especially in the ground, to really showcase it anyway. So this is going to be a good. I just want a good garden. I want good gardens up here to really show who we are.
Right, but we're going to show who we are by staying classy and it's clean and tidy, but kind of venturing out in different plants that we may not have chosen before.
Yeah, and to tag off of that is, we know annuals wonderfully. Don't let us fool you. We are learning the perennial and shrub side as fast as we learned the annual side. So, this is another way for us to up our game and force us to learn. But to think you guys to think that we're experts at this, we aren't. We're not even close, to be honest with you. But we're gonna just kind of go after it like crazy and learn it as we go. And there's gonna be probably many arguments and many mistakes and failures. And guess what? It's a plant. You can dig it out and put it somewhere else. So it's simple as that. So this isn't. A lot of times I think we can make it harder than what it has to be. put it in the ground. You don't like it, move it, and you don't have to be an expert because God knows we are not. We're learning right along with you. So,
I would say one of the things that we're trying to do here too is I would love for people to come here moving forward, starting next year, and get any kind of hydrangea they can look for. So I would love to be able to plant a Corsiflola, a panicle, a mountain hydrangea, all the different types I want to incorporate in these beds because I want to get to learn them, so I can tell you guys how to take care of them, when to prune them, and all of those things. So really incorporating things that we want to sell in the store, so you can see firsthand how to take care of them, how they're going to look, and all of that.
yep. And one thing she mentioned earlier is working with proven winners. We are staunch with the Proven Winners brand, and we are gonna, they are our ride or die. So you're gonna get the best plant material with them, and you're gonna start seeing that in more than just the annual.
Sure. You can say we drank the Kool-Aid. It's really good. And then and the plants are the best. We can't find anything better out
Yeah,
there,
you could say plant. I guess at the end of the day, you can say drink the Kool-Aid, but
Yeah.
it's simple to us. We haven't found plant material that's better. Um, at the end of the day, we try to look through the eyes of the customer. Is that does that look the best? What you're going to find in any remote area close to us? And the answer has been yes every year, unequivocally. So,
Yeah.
if that changes ever, we'll take another look at it because at the end of the day, we're here for our customer. I think it's time proven and tested that you're going to get the best plant material with proven winners, and we're gonna
We're here to get
keep
it for
going
you.
with it. Yep.
Yeah. So look forward to showing you guys how these different sections develop over this fall, next spring, into next summer probably, because some of these might take a little while to get done, but we hope to share that with you guys as we go on. So we will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.